I was a simp.
You simp.
Yeah. Why?
You simp. You simp.
I met this girl when I was 3 years old. And what I love about it so much so. Story time! Story time! I met a girl, liked her, pushed everything aside to be with her, and end up getting dumped by her. Long story short, that's it. This is not a story of what I did as a simp, but more of the aftermath and what occurred from it, and also what I learned from being a simp. See, you might think that you're a simp, but you merely adopted the simp. I was born in it, molded by it. I ain't I don't think I was a man. You don't. I used to look back at my sim days with a feeling of embarrassment and somewhat regret. And I'll admit, there are some things that I do regret, that I still regret till today, but I never regretted being a simp. After having some introspective thinking, I've come to an epiphany. My time as a simp was a vital part of my growth. The brain works as an emergency organ, and it only functions when there's a sense of urgency or panic in our lives. Well, for me, it took me being a simp and being a weak-minded man with no self-worth for me to realize that change was needed. Being a simp was the turning point, because that's when I realized I had to change. When I got dumped, I suffered. But that suffering led me to a life of self-improvement and self-fulfillment. I believe suffering equals growth. I repeat that. Suffering equals growth. And when you are down the depths and you are at the lowest of the lows, you are given two choices as a man. You either step up or you step aside. And you can either see this as to continue suffering, or you see this as an opportunity that you are at the lowest point of your life, so there's nowhere else but up from now. It took me being a simp for me to realize that change was needed in my life, which is why I want to make this video, because I don't think that you have to really be at the point of, you don't really have to be that low for you to realize that you have to change something in your life. So go to the mirror right now, take a look at yourself, ask yourself, am I a simp? Am I a weak-minded man? Have I been living a life of comfort and avoiding the uncomfortable situation? Because we grow through discomfort. Seek comfort in the discomfort, and you will grow. Trust me. And stop being a simp.